about all those people who are musicians who get by not being very good musicians, but by getting in the headlines, drinking lots, taking lots of sherbet dabs, that kind of thing.
Ruined is a song about rock and roll cliches, rock and roll casualties, rock and roll victims. Don't have to live fast and die young. You can live slow and die young, or you can live slow and die old, or you can just not live and die, or you can choose none of the above.
It's fast and furious and non-stop.
Feels so good, it must be bad for me. Feels so good, it must be bad for me. Feels so good, it must be bad for me. Let's do it again.
It's about temptation, it's about giving in to temptation and loving it even though you know it's wrong, thinking this is so wrong but it feels so right. It's embracing your temptation and running with it and just thinking, yeah, let's do it.
We wrote the lyrics separately. Eugene was in Japan and I was in the USA. But we were in different places when we wrote it, and we brought the lyrics together and it was remarkably similar. So we just managed to chunk all the verses together because that's what they were.
I've got the devil's inside me. I've got the devil in me.
There's always one inside us all.
Devil Inside Me is about making lots of mistakes and being evil and blaming it on someone else, and when you should really blame it on yourself. The evil's inside you, it's not someone else making you do it.
Don't even know where you've been. You were second-hand goods I cleaned. It wasn't me, it was you. How come I feel a fool?
It's about all those disappointments that you have in life.
Such a Fool is a song about meeting someone you think you're going to be in love with, but then realising they're not the right person. And how could you be so wrong?
You know what goes on in my head. You should know this, I'm easily led. One sign of affection can lead me astray. It's turning you on, but I'm turning away.
Turning It On is a love song, and it's about giving in to temptation a bit as well, and it's a bit about, thinking you found the right person, but they might be the wrong person. You're not quite sure.
Sometimes you meet someone and it feels like the right person, but it's the wrong time.
It's a recipe we have to follow. Take heartache and a pinch of sorrow. Let it simmer for a year or two. Serve it up and then we're through. Hey, fat mama, I'm a fat man. Hey, fat mama, I'm a fat man.
It's happened to all of us at some point. You're brokenhearted and you think, I know the cure, I want to eat cake. And you just start eating and eating and eating, and you feel great, and then you feel sick, and then you feel fat, and you think, oh, what am I doing? Why am I on my own with cake around my mouth? And then you get better. You all live happily ever after.
Eugene had lyrics for it, and the song was all there, but the lyrics didn't actually fit. So one rainy Monday night in Glasgow, we decided that we weren't leaving. We used to get together to write, and we wouldn't leave the room until we had written the lyrics, and that's what happened.
You never said sorry, you never apologized. You're making me nervous, you're trouble in disguise.
Poison Pen is a bit of an argument between two characters, Frances and I, not agreeing on anything about what happened on a particular evening or lifetime, just really not seeing things on the same level.
We cobbled things together, and Eugene had this fairly monotonous riff going on, and we just wrote the words around that. It was more like word association than anything.
It's all about, opposites attract. Can I go now instead of the word?
What do you know? You weren't there. It wasn't all Duran, 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 Duran. You want the truth? Well, this is it. I hate the 80s 'cause the 80s was shit.
I Hate the 80s is a song about people who are being nostalgic for a decade that they didn't live through. And we're saying we were there, it wasn't all fancy trousers and new romantics and lots of hairspray. Some of it was pretty rubbish.
Blood, sweat, tears.
Politics were terrible, and clothes were terrible, and lots of the music was terrible, because we were there, we saw it from the front lines.
It feels like a really throwaway song, but it took us quite a while to get those lyrics. We really thought hard about it.
Give me mouth to mouth to mouth, mouth to mouth, mouth, mouth to mouth to mouth. Give me mouth to mouth to mouth, mouth to mouth, mouth, mouth to mouth to mouth.
We didn't think people would understand it when we sang mouth to mouth, and we nearly called I think it's called Kissing with a K. That's what it started off as anyway.
Mouth to mouth is a medical term, and the song is about someone who needs some medical attention and maybe some mental, physical attention. They're saying, I'm not well, please come and give me some TLC and maybe a bit of kissing also.
That's our moody grown-up one.
Whitechapel is a spooky, paranoid song about being followed in a foggy night. Who's behind you? What are those footsteps? Are they coming closer? Is someone going to get you?
My God's bigger than your God. My God's bigger than your God.
Well, that's a euphemism, wasn't it, for Eugene, I think?
It's just a song about singing about religion and saying, isn't it a bit crazy that everyone's got a different god and they all want to hurt each other over it? If you can imagine all the gods got together and there were WWF wrestlers and they were all screaming at each other like, let's get in the ring and let's sort this out once and for all. Who's the big man? And they all have a big fight and decide that rock and roll is the only true god, and rock and roll will kick your ass.
What has become of me? All there for you to see. Heartbeat, heartbeat, my heartbeat's not gone. Darkness can hide my other side. The sun's hit the ground. I will be found.
Exit the Vaselines is the final song on the album, and it's a bit of a kind of melancholic goodbye from the Vaselines to the world.
We did think about the lyrics for about 5 minutes, and we got to the end of recording the album and we still didn't have lyrics for it. We knew we wanted it to be 3 verses long, so we had to stay up and get the lyrics done before we recorded it.
It's a bit like the book, the Lovely Bones. It's a bit like that. Someone's singing from beyond the grave, looking down on people and saying their final farewell.